Alright, Brad Kazmarski back. We're going to finish the ground-based corrective exercise for shoulder mobility. So we've already done T-spine mobility, we've gotten our T-spine mobility back. And then if we've done that, we've gotten our internal-external rotation to where it needs to be. Now, just getting one of those is not enough. A lot of times we'll just do the T-spine and move on. We need that to stick into our next pattern. And same with the internal-external rotation. A lot of people will just, they'll work the internal, or especially internal rotation, they'll get it, and they'll just think they're good. I think we need to be able to tie that mobility in our internal-external rotation into the same movement. So that is where the arm sweep comes in. I've already filmed this, so I'm not going to film it again. And it's in all of Gray Cook's stuff, probably Brett Jones's too. So I just want to talk about a couple key points. Now, in theory, in following the FMS, we've cleared the hips first before we've done the shoulder. Now, in the active straight leg raise, I don't know if we do that exactly. But we want to be able to get our, in a 90-degree position here, our leg within a fist distance off the ground and be able to rotate our shoulder to the other ground. I cannot do that actually, so that's where our rib rolls come in, and we want to be able to have enough mobility. How do we know we have enough? We want to have enough that we can rotate our shoulder back onto the ground and be a fist length off. I think clearing hip mobility will do that, but that may be more than the active straight leg raise. We need to really clear that hip mobility in multiple ways. So sometimes we'll take the yoga block and get a distance off and then rotate so my shoulder is flat on the ground. If we've already cleared the active straight leg raise, but we haven't necessarily cleared that mobility in the hip, if we're not qualified to do that yet, we can take a foam roll or a yoga block or anything that gives us enough height so that we can get our other shoulder flat. Once we've done that, that's the position we need to be in to be able to do our arm sweep. I've already filmed that, so I'm not going to talk about that. Alright, so that's putting it together. We've gotten our rotation, we've gotten our internal-external rotation, and we've put it together in a pattern movement. Rotating and internal-external rotation, our arm movement. Taking that now to the next level. We've done that, we've been able to stick that, that's part of our pattern every day, it's not a problem. Moving on. Taking the T-spine movement now to the next level. Can we take it to quadruped? So, I'm going to use the Cook band. If you don't have the Cook band, figure out another way. We're going to first go to assisted. So in an assisted pattern, we're going to use this side we're going away from, we're going to create tension. Then, we're going to take this, up, arm, over our shoulder. Now we have tension, so this is pattern, assistance. This is assistance. So in a pattern, assisted position, we're going to just touch and rotate up. It's going to assist us in the rotation, and this pattern assistance is going to help us maintain that position. So we're going to work through that both sides. We want to be able to get both ways about 30 plus degrees. Basically, just feel how it feels. Does it feel like you can do it on one side and the other? Does it feel the same or different? Once you can do that, you can get rid of the band. And we're in basic, same thing. Trying to get the same height. Are we able to get the same height that we did assisted? That's our body being able to utilize that pattern activation now without the band. So we can do pattern activation without the band. Now we can go back to pattern activation, but with resistance. So before it was assisted, now it's resisted. Now we have the pattern activation, but we're going up against resistance. So we're pushing up against the band. So now the band goes through. This is resistance. We can actually go internal rotation too if we want. We can be here the whole time. Either way, we have pattern assistance, and the arm going through is now resistance. We could actually take that band, take it back to attach from us, just have that be the same way, and now finish with resistance without any pattern. I'm fine with the pattern activation and assistance. That is the T-spine movement in the quadruped. So pattern assistance over the top first. I'm sorry, pattern assistance from the bottom, assistance from over the top, then nothing. Once we get the pattern, our core activation, then we're going back to pattern assistance with this through for resistance. And then if we want, we can finish there, or we can take the band all the way behind us, get rid of our pattern assistance, and still have our resistance, attach that to a cable behind us, and now we are just finishing with resistance, being able to activate a core on our own. Now we're ready to move on to the shoulder activation sequence, which is next.